Hello, welcome.
Hey.
It took.
Hi.
We're talking about dips on Wikipedia. I'm just stealing a page out of Holly Holotone's book because I think it's cool. I do have list of cakes saved for another time. It is insanely long, and it's the good kind of list. There's also there's like a series that Ruby from the Great British Baking Show is doing. She's just like doing like the list of the top 80 greatest cakes in the world and like making and trying them, uh, which has inspired me. Oh yeah, how is audio balance for everybody? How do my guests sound in comparison to me? Are they too quiet? What's going on?
Oh yeah. How are we sounding? I think because I
Good.
just opened up the
It
stream,
made a noise.
we're a little quiet.
Okay, it says you guys need to talk.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, yeah. Yeah, sorry, I was dealing with this crap.
Uh,
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. Um,
Here you go. What are y'all's favorite kinds of dip or favorite dips? Okay, you guys are very
Oh,
quiet.
I'm seeing hummus on that list, which would probably be my favorite. Oh, there's a whole page on kava. I love kava.
oh.
Okay, I will up my mic.
Let me see if I can up my mic on my end.
I was like, I was, because the desktop audio is balanced differently than like my mic, and you guys are coming through desktop, it was on me to adjust. Hello!
Oh,
Hey
hi.
Wolfie, what's up?
Hello.
Okay,
Why are you so quiet?
how is it now?
Am I better now? Am I an audible person? Let
I
me
mean,
let
I
me
can hear you.
ah, let me get a little closer to my microphone.
Your
So for
microphone.
Yes, and then I do apologize for the sudden cat noise. That is my
Okay,
cat.
I turned you guys up a little more. I, we'll
Okay,
have chat
how
let
am I
us know
doing?
if we're bad. Um,
Woo.
Personally, I'm a sucker for a French onion dip.
I don't know. I don't know what my favorite dip is. You know what my favorite dip is? Whenever I okay, so I do have a favorite dip, but it's only ever like whenever I get extremely like I am out on the town and I am drunk, and it is like that like chocolate s'mores dip that you get from like terrible pizza places. That is my
Ooh,
favorite dip.
I know how to make that shit.
Oh heck yeah, that one is my favorite.
No, I didn't change my audio settings at all. Um, French onion dip is very good. I saw a recipe once for a like caramelized onion and pickle dip, and I was like,
I
ooh,
want that.
I bet that would
Mm,
kill with bread and butter pickles.
so
Yeah,
true.
you know what? That is the only area in which I might find bread and butter pickles acceptable.
I ate a lot of like weird snacks, quote unquote weird big southerner snacks at my grandma's house when I was a kid, and like bread and butter pickles, um, uh, liver loaf and mustard on white bread sandwiches, and like pickled eggs. Specifically the pink ones were like my shit at grandma's house and nowhere else.
I've never tried those pickled eggs, but I've always wanted to just have a jar. I wasn't gonna eat them. I just wanted to keep it as a thing.
I would try a pickled egg. You'd have to sell me really hard on liver loaf.
It was interesting. I haven't had it in a really long time. I assume it's just, the American version of liverwurst. Um,
Yeah, still, you'd have
but
to sell me really hard on either of those.
that's fair. Pickled eggs, I haven't had one in a while. I haven't had an egg in a while because for a while my stomach was just getting upset every time I ate eggs, and I can't tell if it's like allergies or what. It was the same thing for oats, so I don't know. It just
Aw,
suddenly started happening. I haven't had an egg in like a year plus, but I've had French toast and like things with eggs in them, but not just egg. Um, but Dollywood used to have pickled quail eggs, like spicy pickled quail eggs, and they were my shit. I'd buy a jar every time I went there, and they don't have them anymore. I don't think they changed the shop that had them,
This is a tragedy, I
and
think.
I'm so sad for my tiny eggs. Just realized you sound different because you left several streams muted. Yeah, that's fair. But dipping into the dips, I realized this is a fairly short, not super cool looking list. I was like, huh, it seems like there's several things missing from this list of dips.
Yeah,
And,
that's
and
no,
then
there are many more dips than that.
I
I
went
know.
to dips, the food, which has a much more comprehensive list of dips within it.
Ah.
Okay, that is way
Oh.
better.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so much.
um, so a dip or dip sauce, I think it's just called a dipping sauce, sir, is a common condiment for many types of food. Dips are used to add flavor or texture to a food, such as pita bread, dumplings, crackers, chopped raw vegetables, fruits, seafood, cube pieces of meat and cheese, potato chips, tortilla chips, falafel, and sometimes even whole sandwiches in the case of jus. So anything. Unlike other sauces, instead of applying the sauce to the food is typically placed or dipped into the sauce.
Okay, alright. Making sense here.
Okay.
That is some
Is
sad
something that
ass
you
sushi,
can-
by the way, in the photo.
Oh, it's falling
Yeah, I
apart.
was trying to figure out what kind of sushi that might be. That's like half a California roll.
It's like somebody made a really sad little California roll. Commonly used for finger foods, appetizers, and other food types. So everything. Thick dips based on sour cream, creme fraiche, milk, yogurt, mayonnaise, soft cheese, or beans are a staple of American hors d'oeuvres and are thicker than spreads, which can be thinned to make dips.
Hmm.
So dips are thicker than spreads, but if you thin a spread, it becomes a dip. I don't
So what
understand this
happens
sentence.
if you dip?
Wait, so a spread is an intermediate area between dip and also dip.
Yeah, I guess.
And you can use many dips as spreads and many spreads as dips. For example, I have a big jar of house dressing from the cheese shop down in Williamsburg, and I use that as a dip for carrots. And
Ooh,
house dressing is usually used to like spread on the sandwiches they make there.
ooh.
And that shit is absolutely cash. I'm in love with it. I wrapped it up in my kigurumi inside my Ita bag, inside my checked luggage when I was flying back across the country because I did not want it to break.
Powerful. We respect it.
Absolutely.
Dips in various forms are eaten all over the world, and people have been using sauces for dipping for thousands of years. It's liquid food, baby. Um, so I guess we go into the list of dips. So, ajika, a spicy, subtly flavored dip in Caucasian cuisine, based on hot red pepper, garlic, herbs, and spices.
I'd try it. Sounds great.
Ooh, that's red. It
Oh, that
looks. It reminds me a lot of like sambal, but it's also kind of a pesto-y because it's got walnut in it. It says.
Ooh. Yeah, the green ajika looks kind of like a pesto.
I'm the freak who doesn't like to dip chips and instead mixes the dips and crushed chips together in a bowl and eat them with a spoon. You making salsa cereal over there, hon? Or French onion dip cereal. I've also been turned on to this way of eating, like the dregs of chips and the last of the dip, just by crushing them up and mixing them together. It's very good.
Okay, yeah, that's a good way to deal with the ending. Just doing that with regular chips and salsa. You know what? You do you. I cannot condone it. You do you.
This feels like if I had just this dip, I would need to like lay down for a while because it's just nothing but like spice. It just has that kind of texture. but with
I want to eat
walnuts.
the one on the left with a spoon.
Yeah. Like I just
Same.
want to spread it on some like crusty bread.
Oh yeah.
So
But
some
then does that become a spread instead of a dip?
I guess it depends on if I use a knife to transfer it or if I just scoop.
Food taxonomy is difficult.
It is. Uh Subtly flavored dip, often used to flavor food. In 2018, the technology of ajika was inscribed on the Intangible Cultural Heritage of Georgia list.
Nice.
Common varieties resemble Italian red pesto in appearance and consistency. Though it is usually green, green ajika is made using unripe peppers.
Oh.
See also list of dips, list of sauces.
Eros pista? Oh, I'm definitely like murdering
Ooh,
that one. Ooh.
Oh, I want that.
now that looks like sambal.
Ooh, harissa.
Yeah.
Yum.
Ajvar, made from red bell peppers with garlic, found in Bosnian and Serbian cuisine.
Oh, this is tough because I hate bell peppers, but I love garlic.
I love a roasted red pepper.
If
Uh,
it's not chewy, I should be able to do it. Like, if I do not have to chew it.
how do you feel about
Just
romesco? Or like red pepper spread?
I'm neutral on it.
Ajvar is, or pronounced Ivar? Ivar? I got a big old white southerner tongue, so
Uh,
I'm trying.
do not ask me.
Is a condiment made principally from sweet bell peppers and eggplants. The relish became a popular side dish throughout Yugoslavia after World War II and remains popular in Southeast Europe. Homemade Ivar is made from roasted peppers, depending on the capsaicin content in bell peppers and the amount of added chili peppers. So there's a Greek like roasted like eggplant dip that I'm sure we'll get to that is good. Uh, it can be sweet, traditional, piquant, the most common, or very hot. Ivar may be consumed as a bread spread. Don't get that mixed up with your bedspread or you will wake up very sticky. And a side dish. There's a few variations. One variation contains tomato and eggplant, and another green bell peppers and oregano. Interesting.
Hmm.
Ooh, this might actually be the dip for me. I love eggplant.
Love me some
The
eggplant.
name Ajvar comes from the Turkish word caviar, which means salted roe or caviar, and shares an odd etymology with caviar coming from the Persian word caviar. Caviar. I do not know how to pronounce the X in transliterated Farsi. I'm sorry.
Domestic.
That's kind of cool.
Eventually, a special pepper salad was offered as a substitute in Belgrade restaurants under the name Red Ivar or Serbian Ivar. Made of peppers that are roasted, minced, then cooked, with some industrial producers using fresh minced peppers. So, oh yeah, we got us a roasted red pepper dip. Oh, that's red.
Oh, dang.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, that
Let's
looks a
go.
lot like harissa.
That is just staining every Tupperware container within like 5 meters of it.
And it's correct for it. Produced in most Balkan countries, Serbia's reported annual production is 640 tons.
Nice.
Ivar is often included as part of zimnica, winter foods, which include pickled chili peppers, pickled tomatoes, and anything else that can be preserved in a jar just before winter. Nice. I love a good pickled chili pepper. I've made like a yellow curry chicken with pickled chili peppers before, and it was very good. Relishes. list of
Oh yeah, I
spreads.
guess that would be another question. So there's there's spreads and there's dips. Where would relish get into it? Or is that just a whole nother nightmare to somehow finagle into this?
I would say it's relish is more of like a topping or side. Because you can't you can spread a relish, I guess, but it's like little chunks.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Man, I really want some. There's like a there's like a southern pickle stuff. Relish is a condiment. Yeah. Uh, I'm trying to remember. Chow chow. I love chow chow and like you know sausage. I would kill for some chow chow and sausage right now. Artichoke dip. The king.
Oh
I
yeah,
make
here we go.
this. I make this
Oh
shit for
yeah.
so many parties. Uh,
Artichoke dip is goaded.
it is. Artichoke dip is a dip that uses artichoke as a primary ingredient. Some
Oh
versions are
damn.
served chunky, while others are
Wow.
pureed and have a smooth texture. It may be served as an hors d'oeuvre along with crackers or chips for dipping. Commercially prepared artichoke dips are produced for consumer purchase. It has been described as one of the most popular appetizer menus of all time. Artichoke dip with pita bread in a cute little seashell bowl.
That is so cute.
There's
I'm
a
not gonna lie. Artichoke dip is the one dip that I could just like. I'll get a jar and a spoon, and then I'm set.
oh yeah, it's like I make like my hot baked artichoke dip, and I can just like plow through it. I need to make like an artichoke dip pasta sometime, like an artichoke mac and cheese.
Ooh.
Oh fuck, I'd eat that.
Oh yeah, I'll have to write down the recipe. Um, Fresh cooked or canned slash jarred artichokes may be used in the preparation of artichoke dip. Ingredients may include lemon juice, olive oil, salt, pepper, mayonnaise, breadcrumbs, garlic, basil, and parmesan. Sometimes prepared using spinach as an additional primary ingredient. Yep. Some versions are baked in an oven, which give them a brown crust on top. Sometimes served in a hollowed out round of bread. Became prominent in the 50s when eating in front of the TV became more common. These became widespread as they do not require any utensils. Consumer packaged goods companies like Lay's, Hellmann's, and Lipton's helped push this trend. I've never seen this before. Better source needed. Not just source needed. Get a better one.
Yeah, that's I saw
This needs to be
another
substantiated.
Wikipedia bracket note that I had never seen before. Of course, now I can't remember what it was, but it was odd.
Into the
source
food
needed.
portal.
The food portal is where I spend most of my time.
Same. You take the food portal to Flavortown.
Exactly.
Ooh, a jalapeno artichoke dip. I have a little book. It's like an hors d'oeuvre cookbook that various chutneys that like my mom or something gave me because it was like a digital cookbook that they had a physical copy of too. And looking at it is so funny because you can tell they were just making it to sell computer programs to people in the 90s because none of the recipes make sense and some of them literally just stop halfway through.
Oh.
There's like a spinach, like a little spinach balls recipe that's like, breadcrumbs, frozen chopped spinach, egg, whatever, you mix it up, and then it doesn't include any cooking instructions. They're just like, mix these things. Anyway, next recipe.
Just have some raw eggs. Don't worry about it.
I love slop.
Good for you.
I don't know if this is it, but when a wiki article uses an advertisement as source, they want it replaced by something more unbiased. That might be it. I know there's like some tags on lists on our Wikipedia articles that are just like, this reads like an advertisement. Au jus, a salty beef broth or gravy, especially used for dipping French dip sandwiches.
Before we even click in, I'm gonna be real. I would just straight up pick up a bowl of au jus and drink it.
It's just beef juice. That's the kind of stuff they give you if
Exactly.
you're like, I don't know, a starving, like, 1920s soldier. They're like, here, you can't keep anything down. That's why things like, you know, toast tea exist. It's just to get calories into you in liquid form.
What was? I don't know why that made me think of like what's that like? I'm pretty sure it's like you toast a piece of bread and you put it in between two untoasted piece of breads and it's like a toast sandwich or something.
Ah, yeah, British food, British poor people
Oh,
food.
oh yes, of course it was British food. I'm
It's just like the chip buddy.
true.
Um,
Chip buddies terrify me, and yet I would 100% eat one.
well, it's just a few steps away from being like a California burrito that have like
Okay,
what
that
has
is
the
true.
French fries and shit in them, or like
That is true.
the sandwiches you can get at kebab stands where they put the French fries in the sandwich.
Yeah, I had my first California burrito last month, and it was incredible.
I need a
Ooh.
California burrito someday. Au jus is a French culinary term meaning with juice. It refers to meat dishes prepared or served together with a light broth or gravy, made from the fluids secreted by the meat as it is cooked. I don't like that phrasing. It's correct, but it's gross.
Meat secretion.
In,
Oh,
in French cuisine, cooking au jus is a natural way to enhance the flavor of dishes, mainly chicken, veal, and lamb. In American cuisine, the term is sometimes used to refer to a light sauce for beef recipes, which may be served with the food or placed on the side for dipping. That is a really fancy plate for a French dip. Looks like this is one somebody made at home.
That's
oh yeah, that is
actually
a
really
grandma plate.
gorgeous.
It really is. That nice.
And it looks like the bowl matches. You can't really
Yeah.
see the, yeah,
I
it looks
love
like it's a whole set. I love that.
I love the little
Because there's a
bowl.
little plate behind it.
Yeah.
I really want that sandwich, though. Oh my god, that looks so good.
I'm trying to stimulate my appetite. I've not been feeling so hot, but like I'm not sick or anything. It's just life. To prepare a natural jus, the cook may skim off the fat from the juices left after cooking and bring the remaining meat stock and water to a boil. Jus can be frozen for 6 months or longer, but the flavor may suffer after this time.
Huh.
That's a good rule of thumb for anything frozen.
Yeah.
Sorry about the hiccups. Au jus recipes in the United States often use soy sauce, Worcestershire sauce, salt, pepper, white or brown garlic, beets, carrots, onions, or other ingredients to make something more like a gravy. The American jus is sometimes prepared separately rather than being produced naturally by the food being cooked. An example would be beef jus made by reducing stock to a concentrated form to accompany a meat dish, typically served with the French dip sandwich. Jus can also be made by extracting the juice from the original meat and combining it with another liquid, e.g. red wine, thus forming a red wine jus. Powdered product described as au jus is sold and is rubbed into the meat before cooking or added afterwards. Powdered forms generally use a combination of salt, dried onions, sometimes sugar. It's just a meat flavoring.
Just get a nice little rub in there,
Yeah, just massage your meat.
as you do.
As one does. I love a good jus. I love a good au jus. I would love a good au jus. At some point, I need to like give you guys a little tour of just the menu from the first restaurant I ever worked at. This place is closed now, but they had a fucking massive menu, like 110 things on it if you counted like all the variants of things. And it was just this like back corner little family run place that had
Ooh,
so
those are
many
always the best.
it had so many sandwiches, so many burgers. And I like continued eating there basically until they closed forever. I tried most of the stuff on their menu. They also had some locally named things. My favorite thing that they had was my favorite thing by name that they had. They had the ORFD, which is the Oak Ridge Fire Department, which was like your typical like firehouse grinder sandwich. And then they had the ORPD, the Oak Ridge Police Department sandwich, which was a fried pork fritter, baby. Baba ganoush. That's what I was thinking of. A dip made from eggplant, popular in Eastern Mediterranean, and parts of South Asia. I can read. That's brown.
Oh,
Oh, it's in a tagine.
Yeah. I've
I don't
tried
know why
making it
my
before. It didn't come out great, but I messed up. It's my own fault. I know you said massage the meat, but I did hear it as massage meat, like misogyny. Ah. Well, in the case of beef, I think it'd be like misandra meat because you mostly eat bulls. They're the
hold
ones
on
who get
just a
turned into meat
second.
the most often.
I'm gonna dip, pun decidedly intended, for just a hot second, because my laptop is plugged in, but it says it's not working, so I gotta go deal with that.
Ah, no sweat. We'll
oh,
just kill time.
salutes. Oh boy.
I've been like trying to formulate ways to make my own versions of those like Lipton soup slash dip mixes.
Oh, those
And
are great.
those are so good. And I
Okay, I'm
realized,
starting now.
like, hello, looking at the ingredients, the reason they get thick is because there's potato starch in them.
Ah, that
And
makes sense.
yeah, I just wish like regular dried vegetables were more widely available. As a person who goes to a specific store in the middle of nowhere in Tennessee and buys large bags of dried vegetables to put into things.
I'm sure that there's a way to find like some kind of soup mix, large vegetable dried thingy. I know I've seen them somewhere.
They're
There might
around,
also
but
be,
they
yeah.
always have like lentils or corn or something that doesn't like, or they're like a specific thing, or they have a thickener, and I just want the vegetables. I put them in ramen.
Heck yeah.
Baba
So,
ganoush is also spelled baba ganoush or baba ganoush. Is we love the audio medium. Is a Levantine appetizer consisting of finely chopped roasted eggplant, olive oil, lemon juice, various seasonings, and tahini. Mine probably came
Tahini.
out bad because I didn't
Actually,
have tahini.
tahini is absolutely goaded. It's a good stuff.
oh yeah,
The
that's
last
the
time
stuff.
I love tahini, but every time I've tried to like buy it, it's been really bitter. I don't know what was up with that.
Huh.
Hmm. I should just try it again because I always love getting it from like food trucks and Mediterranean restaurants.
Are you getting it from like the Jewish part of the like store? Because I know like Jewish tahini is pretty bitter.
I might have grabbed Jewish tahini.
Salutes.
I didn't know that, but now I do.
Yeah, yeah. Jewish style like tahini is very, very much bitter compared to like what Mediterranean style tahini is.
Interesting. Eggplant is traditionally baked or broiled over an open flame before peeling, so the pulp is soft and has a smoky taste. It's a typical meze starter of the regional cuisine, often served as a side dish to a main meal and as a dip for pita bread. Similar dish is mutabal. Mutabal is sometimes said to be a spicier version of baba ganoush.
Ooh.
The word baba in Arabic means father and is a term of endearment, while ganoush could be a personal name. Father of the coquetry, or indulged slash pampered slash flirtatious daddy, or spoiled old daddy.
Okay,
Love
I didn't think I'd be
flirtatious
coming in
daddy.
here needing to kink shame a dip.
Well, that's for the list of pastries usually, but here we go.
Yeah.
Find me at the club being called Baba Ganoush. Anyways.
It is not certain whether the word baba refers to the eggplant or an actual person indulged by the dish. Eastern Arabian cuisine versions of the dish vary slightly from those of the Levant by spicing it with coriander and cumin. Those versions might be minimally spiced and topped with thinly chopped parsley or coriander leaves. In Turkey, the dish is known as baba ganoush or abaganus. While the ingredients vary from region to region, the essentials, eggplant, tahini, garlic, and lemon, are generally the same. In Armenia, the dish is known as mutabal. Essential ingredients in Armenian mutabal are eggplant, tahini, garlic, lemon, and onion. And most Armenians also add cumin. Romania,
Cumin is good.
Cumin is good. In Romania, a similar dish is known as salata de vinit. Ilax tahini is made from finely chopped roasted eggplant, finely chopped onions, sunflower oil, explicitly not olive oil because it makes the appetizer bitter, salt, and optionally mayonnaise. In Syria, the dish is often mixed with sheep cheese, which turns it into a creamier dish. Ooh.
I have never had sheep cheese. I've had goat cheese, but I'd try sheep cheese.
So they built like a super Kroger in Oak Ridge like years and years ago. And they have a giant cheese counter. Like I've never seen a cheese counter bigger than the one at that store. And they had a Bulgarian sheep's milk feta that was really soft, and I used to love getting it and making Greek spaghetti.
Ooh,
Really
dang.
creamy. But goat cheese and sheep cheese, very, very, very similar. Food writer and historian Gil Marks writes in his book that Israelis learned to make baba ganoush from the... Oh, I'm not reading that. The Arabs is an Israeli variant, so it is made from grilled eggplant. Interesting. Health benefits. Nutritious. Mainly from eggplant,
Yep.
low in calories, but high in fiber and antioxidants. It is an eggplant you blended up with, tahini. Is good.
Okay, I think I'm gonna have to get some to eat at home because my doctor told me that I need to have stuff with a lot of fiber for this medication that I'm gonna be on for a little while. So, yeah, sure.
I needed a lot of
Oh,
fiber
yeah.
in college, and I drank a lot of smoothies that were literally like strawberry kiwi benefiber, tropical frozen fruit mix, and yogurt that I just blended up. Bagna cotta, a regional dish of the Italian Piedmont.
Ooh, what's this?
Looks like fondue. Hot dip, or hot gravy, is an Italian hot dish made from garlic and anchovies, typical of the lower Piedmont, a geographical region of Piedmont, Italy. The dish is served and consumed in a manner similar to fondue, sometimes as an appetizer with raw or cooked vegetables typically used to dip into it. So it's like if you made fondue out of Caesar dressings.
You know what? I'd try that. That sounds actually pretty great.
You can try it.
I mean, I love Caesar dressing. There was a really long time where I would actually use Caesar dressing on my sandwiches instead of mayo.
Ooh, that sounds so good.
Yeah, it worked really well.
Hot dish and dipping sauce in Italian and provincial cuisine. Used to dip veggies in, prepared using olive oil, chopped anchovies, and garlic. Additional ingredients sometimes include truffle and salt. Truffle and anchovies together would just make the most powerful stink. And yet
Yeah,
so
I'm trying to
good.
think about that. And dang.
If you want something to really overwhelm your palate. Typically kept hot on a serving table using a heat source, such as a candle or burner. It's been part of Piedmontese cuisine since the 16th century. In Piedmont, cardoon is often dipped in the sauce. I've never had cardoon. I want to try it though.
What's cardoon?
Edible thistles.
Ooh.
Huh.
It's
Okay.
it's like related to artichokes.
Oh.
We used to have some of those growing at the pond at the park I lived at.
Oh, neato.
It's globose. In the past, cardoon is often dipped in sauce. Additional foods used to dip into it include cabbage, celery, carrot, Jerusalem artichoke, pepper, fennel, and bread. Ugh, I want some Jerusalem artichoke. They're so good. I made like chips with some that I got from a farmer's market once. There was like a couple who were like, A woman from China and a man from Russia who like just had the best vegetables at the market.
Kind
Uh,
of sounds fucking awesome.
it
Hell
ruled.
yeah.
I miss the Johnson City Farmers Market so much. Uh, in the past, walnut or hazelnut oil would have been used. Sometimes truffle are used in versions around Alba, Piedmont, Italy. Traditionally eaten during the autumn and winter months, particularly at Christmas and New Year's. Must be served hot. A popular winter dish in central Argentina.
Oh.
Prevalent in Clinton, Indiana, Rock Springs, Wyoming, and Benald, Illinois, as there are
You
many
know what?
northern Italian immigrants in these places. Okay.
It's not
Oh.
even like a region of the state. It's literally just this one city.
Yeah. Bagna Cotta was also prepared in the coal mining community of Madison County, Illinois, including Collinsville, Edwardsville, and Maryville, due to numerous Italian immigrants that came there to work in the mines.
The Italians yearn for the mines.
They do. Typically of lower Piedmont. Okay. Salted in. As in past centuries, that area it was very easy. In that area, it was very easy to obtain the salted anchovy. Anchovy al bagnet verd. Or bagnet ross. Salt from. This is just going into excruciating detail about where they get the salt.
You can tell some culinary historian or somebody with family history with this dish
Oh yeah.
has attacked this article.
Oh yeah. Like, I want to see how many references they have on this page. That's so many for hot Caesar dressing.
Look, I have seen history pages. Like I've seen pages about historical figures with fewer citations.
Incredible. So much respect for this hot fish dip.
That's what they used to call me in prison.
Banana ketchup. A Filipino condiment made from bananas, similar to tomato ketchup.
Okay.
Banana ketchup, also known as banana sauce in export markets, is a Philippine fruit ketchup condiment made from banana, sugar, vinegar, and spices. Its natural color is brownish yellow. It is often dyed red to resemble tomato ketchup. Banana ketchup was first produced in the Philippines during World War II due to a wartime shortage of tomatoes, but comparatively high production of bananas. See, I can't picture it because bananas are so sweet, but I know it's popular.
I know that a lot of ketchups are pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's fair. It's less sour than tomato ketchup.
Yeah, because it doesn't have the acidity.
Yeah. In Filipino households, this condiment is used in many dishes like Filipino spaghetti, omelets, torta, hot dogs, hamburgers, french fries, fish, charcoal grilled pork barbecue, chicken skewers, fried chicken, and other meats. The vinegar and spices really carries it. Yeah, that makes sense. Filipina food technologist Maria E. Orosa is credited with inventing the product. Banana ketchup was first mass-produced commercially
Yes.
by Magaldo V. Francisco Sr., who founded the brand name Mafren, a portmanteau of his given name and surname, with which he registered with the Bureau of Patents. Francisco sought funding from Terso T. Rise to expand his business, and therefore the Universal Food Corporation, now a brand under Nutra Asia, was formed in 1969. I don't know what liver spread has to do with this, but okay, Wikipedia.
Mushroom ketchup is also on there. Also,
Huh.
I really wish I could try banana
Ooh,
ketchup.
brown.
Oh.
I'm sure it tastes fine, but
One,
it looks like toilet contents.
As a person
one
who
jump
sees
scare.
pictures of septic systems every day, yes. Anyway, you were saying, Rin?
No, I'm good.
Sorry. Uh,
I completely lost what I had been about to say.
The sludge jump scare got me.
yeah.
Yeah.
Barbecue sauce. That is not a fucking dip. That is a sauce.
Literally, that's in its name. Why is that listed under dip?
I don't know, man. The list of dips, both versions seems to be a total travesty. Barbecue
Right, but
sauce.
here's the important question: Carolina or Texas barbecue sauce?
Tennessee.
Sorry,
Okay, you know
Texas.
what? Sure.
But kind of
I'm
Texas if
obsessed
you got
with
to, because I'm
Carolina.
not here for the mustard based sauces.
I'm obsessed with Carolina's um,
You need to go
Carolina
to a
barbecue
Sticky
sauce.
Fingers someday if you've never been. I don't know how regional Sticky Fingers is.
I have never heard of it.
There's one I only know of two. Okay, three. There is one near Myrtle Beach, if it's still there. My family used to go that restaurant whenever we were in Myrtle Beach. And there is one in Chattanooga, and there's another one outside of Chattanooga. But they are like they're Carolina barbecue sauce barbecue places. I love their
Nice.
stuffed potato skins.
That also sounds excellent. They have Carolina barbecue flavored chips, which I can only get when I go to the East Coast. It's like their crab chip. And
Ooh.
so when I went to DC for a couple days over October, I went kind of ate shit ham. I was like, I'm gonna eat the Carolina barbecue chips. I'm gonna eat the crab chips. God help anyone who tries to stop me.
Oh, I love trying a good chip. One of my favorite like snacks, which I need to go to more Middle Eastern grocery stores because they only had it at a Middle Eastern grocery store in Johnson City called Spice World. Um, but they were these little like corn puff things, and the flavor was called Naughty Tomato, and I loved it.
What
That
does naughty tomato taste
incredible.
like?
I don't know.
Do I have to kink shame this
It
tomato?
tastes like ketchup, but a little spicy and a little extra sweet. Uh, Kurkure Naughty Tomato flavor chips. That's what it was.
Oh.
Naughty tomato. That's what they used to call me in prison.
Beautiful. Um, Ubiquitous condiment in the southern United States, used on many other foods as well. Most include vinegar, tomato paste. I need to make my own barbecue sauce again. Oh wow, Sticky Fingers is way more limited than I thought as a franchise. Sticky Fingers locations include Chattanooga, Tennessee, Greenville, South Carolina, North Charleston, South Carolina, and Summerville, South Carolina.
Dang. Okay, that is like super local.
That's like pals level local. It's weird that one made it to Chattanooga. It's like, what you doing out there, little buddy?
What's up,
Okay,
little guy?
I'm looking at this list of common ingredients. Who in their right mind? What rich motherfucker has liquid smoke in their barbecue sauce?
You,
Like,
you you use real barbecue sauce, or I've used liquid smoke. I used liquid smoke to make that vegan ham that I made for Thanksgiving, and then I promptly put it back in the cabinet and forgot it was supposed to go in the fridge and wasted a whole bottle of liquid smoke. But
absolute.
I did not know that that had to be refrigerated once you opened it. Huh.
maybe it doesn't, but I prefer to be safe than sorry.
Fair.
As a
Did I ever
person
tell
who
you that
accidentally put a bag of frozen spinach into the silverware drawer once,
Oh no.
I was
Oh
tired.
God.
You guys, Toby has seen me get pretty whacked out on being tired and trying to cook. So,
Alright. Did I ever tell you about the time that I actually drank liquid smoke?
you what?
Ah.
It was one of my first jobs. I was working at a fancy hotel, like, restaurant, and my manager, like, got a bunch of stuff because we were doing, like, a catering thing, and they needed liquid smoke. And I've never heard or seen in my life. Me being a 19-year-old genius was just like, can I try that? And she was just like, yeah, sure, have a drink. And so I had I had one of those little like office cups full of liquid smoke. I downed it like a shot, and I immediately looked at her and was like, I need to go home.
Get
So I
out of
left
work
with
free
the
card.
drink.
Not
That
free, the
just
cost is your
scrunched up
health.
my face.
The cost was I had an upset tummy for the rest of the day. I was not happy.
What was it
Oh.
like?
Um, so it definitely tastes like smoke, but it also just tastes like straight up like acid. I don't know how else to describe it other than
It I'm it is
nasty.
isn't it just like it's straight up like extract like of wood smoke. So
Yeah.
it's like I love the taste of the stuff like one half of the ingredients in soap.
I sure do love wood and wood chips.
We love it.
I've eaten wood chips
Beaver
before.
drink.
I was a child, but yes, I have eaten wood chips before. You gotta get a small one, and then you kind of chew it up to the point where the fibers start to come apart.
There's some high fiber diet for you. I just remember, like, I always think about the time I consumed a portion of a pair of chopsticks on accident.
Oh no!
Because there was like a Vietnamese restaurant I got takeout from, like, and I got like halfway through the meal and I was like, something's up, and I realized that my chopsticks were just that they gave me were just shedding, like tiny splinters into my food, and I'd eaten like half of the bowl of pad thai or whatever, and I called the place. I was like, hey, your chopsticks you should look at your chopsticks. They're just shredding like splinters into the food, like wood fiber. And the guy was like, all chopsticks do that. You're supposed to rub them
No.
together first. And I was like, no! No, I don't think they do.
The only thing
Not
I've
like
found
that.
rubbing chopsticks together does is create splinters. Like,
Yeah. Needless to say, I didn't take their offer for a free meal, and I never went back. From the Wikipedia article on liquid smoke, the condensed products from the destructive distillation of wood are called liquid smoke or pyrrole igneous acid. I can talk. Destructive distillation has its own page. Interesting.
Fantastic. I'm glad that we can all bond over the fact that we had wood in various stages of being wood.
Some places of origin of barbecue sauce. Some place the origin of barbecue sauce at the formation of the first American colonies in the 17th century. References to the sauce start occurring in both English and French literature. Over the next 200 years, South Carolina mustard sauce, a type of barbecue sauce, can be traced to German settlers in the 18th century. Early homemade barbecue sauces were made with vinegar, salt and pepper, sugar, ketchup, and Worcestershire sauce started to be used in the 1920s. After World War II, the quantity of sugar and the number of ingredients increased dramatically. Georgia Barbecue Sauce Company of Atlanta advertised an early commercially produced barbecue in 1909. Heinz was the first major company to sell bottled barbecue in 1940. But it's not a dip.
not. I don't know why it's in dips.
Yeah, where's the dip part?
I mean, like, I dip French fries into it when there's no ketchup available.
Mm.
I mean, like, you can use it as a dip for chicken nuggets or whatever, but I would not consider it a dip in and of itself. I mean,
Yeah.
you can count anything as a dip. Water could technically be a dip if you dip.
Here we go.
It's not fit
Memphis.
taxonomy.
Similar to the Western Carolina style, but using molasses as a sweetener and additional spices. It is usually served as a dipping sauce. As Memphis-style barbecue is typically a dry rub. It's Memphis's fault. In Lexington
Memphis.
and Western Carolina, in Lexington and the Piedmont areas of Western North Carolina, the sauce is often called a dip.
Okay.
I like how there's like, 3 different directions of Carolina sauce. And then Kansas City has its own.
I love that there are regional and even city variations of barbecue sauce.
Yeah, and Alabama white sauce. The black sheep of the family over there. Mayo
I've
barbecue.
never tried it, but I would.
I'm sure it's good.
Hmm.
Because, mayo, vinegar, sugar, salt, pepper. It's probably...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Water is a dip to raccoons.
Oh, thinking about that video of the raccoon with the cotton candy.
Oh,
Oh,
uh, bean dip. Dip made from refried beans.
Bean dip goated.
Bean dip is a type of dipping sauce, if you want to call it that. Just, I don't know. The interchangeability of dip and sauce is weird. Made using
I
refried,
disagree with it
made using,
taxonomically.
yeah, using beans or refried beans as a primary ingredient, typically served with tortilla chips. It can also be served with other foods, such as crackers and crudité. Various types of beans are used, and fresh cooked, canned, or flaked beans can be used. What's a flaked bean? I used to dry it and chop it up.
Maybe.
Various additional ingredients are used in its preparation, such as onion, garlic, chili, peppers, and spices, sometimes garnished with some ingredients. Bean dip can be served cold at room temperature or hot. Bean dip is sometimes used as an ingredient in the preparation of other dishes, such as burritos and quesadillas. I love a good, like, cheese quesadilla with a side of, refried beans covered in pico.
oh yeah. I am of the opinion that bean dip needs to be hot.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
real weird if it's cold.
oh yeah.
Alexander has
Bean
left the
dip
room
is
for the bean dip
acceptable.
portion.
Very valid.
Cold bean dip is okay, but like only if it's the super blended kind of Fritos brand bean dip. Otherwise, bean dip has to be hot.
Yeah. I don't eat a lot of bean dip. Black beans, pinto beans, kidney beans, white beans, fava beans, lima beans, and edamame can be used. Edamame would be interesting.
Edamame bean dip.
Uh,
How would that work?
edamame, a preparation of immature soybeans in the pod. Some bean
Oh, dude,
dips.
edamame is awesome.
It is. I don't know how it'd be as a dip, though. Some bean
Probably
dips
not
incorporate
bad.
several bean varieties into the dish, such as three bean dip. Raw beans that are soaked and cooked are used, as are prepared canned beans and refried beans. The use of canned beans can result in a creamier dip because the beans prepared in canneries are pressure cooked in the can. Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh.
Canned beans may have a salty flavor, which can be reduced by rinsing and draining them. Just for the sake of my voice, who is not used to speaking for long periods of time, I'm not going to read all of the pages.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
Oh yeah.
And for the sake of time,
bean dip is just more of a jumping off point.
is bean dip.
Yeah.
Frito-Lay, use in other dishes, 7-layer dip,
7-layer dip, 7-layer dip, 7-layer dip.
Let's go.
nachos. Spring
Once
rolls
again,
with
I
a
do
black
apologize
bean
for-
dipping sauce. Interesting.
Huh.
White bean and Parmesan cheese bean dip.
Okay, with the black bean dipping sauce and the spring rolls, I have it in my head that is Vietnamese.
Looks like
but
it.
I might be wrong.
But that looks
Yeah,
like
those
a
look
peanut
Vietnamese
sauce.
style.
Spicy
Yeah, that
Vera
does
from
look-
Charlottesville, USA.
Huh.
Bean dip prepared with white beans and roasted red pepper. Yeah, I've seen that. That's good. Like that stuff. Black bean and tortilla. Lima bean dip. It's slop.
That looks like mashed potatoes.
Yeah. Bean dip served with plantain chips. Ooh.
Ooh. Yeah.
Moroccan broad bean dip. I like their little stem,
Their little
parsley
star.
stems star.
Oh yeah, because it's on red, it's making the Moroccan flag.
Oh, fun.
Oh, that's
I
cute.
mean, the star
Aw.
should be upright, so it's like full Moroccan flag. But that's super cute.
That's adorable.
Also,
Blue cheese
sorry,
dressing.
Panini makes noises into the microphone. She is cuddled up next to me.
Oh,
Aw,
Panini is so
Panini.
welcome.
Say hi, Panini.
Yay! Blue cheese dressing is a popular side sauce, salad dressing, and dip in the United States and Canada. Okay, this one I will accept as a dip because there's a dip version of it. And you dip hot wings and shit into it.
Okay, yeah, that's acceptable.
Usually made of some combination of blue cheese, mayonnaise, and buttermilk, sour cream or yogurt, milk, vinegar, onion powder, and garlic powder. Blue cheese vinaigrette that consists of salad oil, blue cheese, vinegar, and sometimes seasonings. Most major salad dressing producers and restaurants in the United States and Canada produce a variant of blue cheese dressing. You put the pizza away. Okay, I might go snag a slice in a little bit, or like take a break to get more drink and get a snack in a little bit. But we got a ways to go.
Oh yeah, for sure. We may even have to split the dip stream into two, because I don't know how late you want to go tonight.
That's
So,
fair.
I
I'm
mean, I'm on
free.
California time, so I can.
That's fair. It's only 9:30 here, but I
Mhm.
also I don't want to kill my throat or anything. I want to do art stream tomorrow maybe.
Ooh, art stream.
I've just had a lot of drawing ideas lately, and right now my brain just wants me to draw a lot of like characters in 80s workout clothes.
Hell
It would be
yes,
fun
let's
to
go.
put Nostrano in 80s workout clothes.
Wait, yes, I need to see that.
In addition to being used as salad dressing, blue cheese dressing pairs well with a number of ingredients like chicken, turkey, garlic bread, and corn. Garlic bread on blue cheese, I guess. Sandwiches, wraps, incorporated in with other dips with other ingredients like cream cheese, sour cream, and hot sauce. Food safety and storage. Separation of water and oil is a potential problem with blue cheese dressing. I don't want to read about all the ways my blue cheese can kill me.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Yeah,
I am
Yeah, let's all-
against
we're-
the idea of blue cheese, but it is very delicious.
it is. Buffalo sauce, often used as both a coating for buffalo wings as well as a standalone dipping sauce for other foods.
You know, I am actually not a huge fan of buffalo sauce
I'm
on
real
wings.
picky with it.
Because I mean, it's good, but I
Buffalo
prefer
sauce
other
just goes to
things
the
on
buffalo
wings.
wing page.
Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Cayenne pepper-based hot sauce, melted butter, and vinegar are the standard base buffalo wing sauce, which may be made mild, medium, or hot. Other ingredients also common, though less dominant, such as Worcestershire sauce, garlic powder. Yep. If you really want if you want to make your own, or if you want your buffalo wings to really the sauce to really cling to the meat, you gotta heat up that hot sauce with some butter.
Oh yeah.
I like making I make a buffalo chicken dip that's just like roasted chicken breasts, some spices, buffalo sauce, and cream cheese. And that's pretty killer.
Really sounds good.
Cheese sauce.
Good old reliable. Let's go.
The buffalo chicken stuff was like the most popular topping for my potato pancakes.
Huh.
Okay, yeah, I can see why that would work. No, I'm really picky about buffalo sauce.
It's fair. I'm like I said, I'm not into it most of the time. Cheese sauce is a sauce made with cheese or processed cheese. It's a primary ingredient. Sometimes dried
I like
cheese
how
or cheese
cheese
powder.
and processed cheese are differentiated.
They are objectively different. Also, I know it says cheese sauce, that just looks like butter and garlic.
Yeah. Like, there might be cheese in it, but very little. It does not look thick enough to be a cheese sauce.
Yeah. Mass-produced commercial cheese sauces are also made by various companies, both in liquid and dry forms. My mom's signature, party food was Velveeta, spicy sausage, and Rotel. And
Okay, I fuck with that.
oh, it's so good. I make a version of it that's instead of Velveeta, it's cream cheese and cheddar.
Ooh. Adding cream cheese to something is just it makes it so stupid decadent.
It's so good. Many sauces are prepared with cheese or processed cheese as the primary ingredient, like Alfredo sauce, blue cheese dressing, Caruso sauce. What is that? Made of cream, ham, cheese, beef extract, and mushrooms. So kind of like a very weird version of I'm trying to think of it. It's not goulash. It's stroganoff. The stroganoff's got the sour cream and stuff.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
stroganoffs are good.
Oh yeah. Cheddar sauce, chili con queso, crab dip, Mornay sauce, bechamel with Gruyere, white cheddar, even Parmesan. So like
So
so the shit you put
I'm
on mac and cheese.
assuming that that is a component of tuna mornay, which is like an Australian version of tuna casserole. The only reason I know about that is because it was a minor plot point in Deadlock.
Oh,
Interesting.
Everybody should watch Deadlock. Deadlock is so good.
I will someday. I do love that cheese was on here. I can
Yeah.
never have cheese whiz again because at a con, the last con I went to, my buddy Phil, he's a huge pizza head. Like he somehow whips up like these beautiful, amazing pizzas in a hotel room that has no kitchenette, by the way. But there was this one year that we ended up going to this huge villa, and he made a bunch of pizzas, and he was just running out of ingredients. And so my buddy Sam put down cheese whiz and then like Lunchables, and he just had one more thing of like dough left, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll make that." So he put cheese whiz and like the cheese from like Lunchables on it and baked it, and me and Sam shared it, and it was the most buck wild like pizza I've had. Uh, the cheese whiz did not melt, and the American cheese of the Lunchables somehow had a film on top of it. It was nuts.
Ooh,
Oh,
horrible.
I would try that because I'll try anything once, but I had the fruitcake Mountain Dew. Okay,
The huh?
Fruit,
The
huh?
it was a seasonal flavor that released fruitcake Mountain Dew.
Jesus. There's a
okay.
Mountain Dew flavor specific to the town I went to college. It was a very
Nice,
short-lived thing, and apparently it was really bad. It was
nice.
Johnson City Gold, because Mountain Dew's from that area of like Tennessee, North Carolina, Virginia.
That
It
makes
was
sense.
made there.
Mountain.
Yeah, but it was called Johnson City Gold, and it was apparently malt Mountain Dew.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh, oh wow. There's an unopened can of it on eBay for $600.
Jeez.
$600.
There's a Mountain Dew Gold collection on eBay, full cans, and it looks like maybe 20 cans for $1,250 on eBay. And I'm
Yikes.
very insane. Non-alcoholic lemon lime flavored Mountain Dew with green in color. Oh, there was a regional dew promotion. Distinctive malt flavored soda.
Uh, I, having had like the rye flavored Fago, I don't feel like getting too adventurous with sodas.
Rye flavored fig.
Yeah, the rock and rye flavor.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
Rock and Rye's good.
I didn't hate it, but it sure was weird.
That's
Maybe I can't say much because I'm from Michigan. That's where that shit's made.
yeah.
Oh, rock and rye Fago has been discontinued.
This
Oh,
is tragic.
Obviously, I had a phase where I was like 14 and I drank a lot of Fago. We all know what that's about. Let's move on. Cheese whiz.
Mm-hmm.
I used to eat it on crackers at my parents' house. I was not a I was a kid who kept saying I hated cheese. I just hated American cheese, but I didn't mind that. It was developed as an easy way to prepare the sauce for Welsh rarebit. Initially sold in
huh.
glass jars, I've seen the jet glass jars in the spray cans. Commonly used for Philadelphia cheesesteak. I've only ever had cheesesteaks that had provolone.
Same. I think the cheese whiz is like the Jersey version of Philly cheesesteak. And that's dark-sided.
My husband is in the chat extolling the virtues of chocolate on pizza again. I'll try it at some point, honey.
I would try
wait,
it. I mean, I
on,
like
pizza
pineapple on pizza.
I
Like
want to
like
do
a
a
pizza with cheese
pineapple
and
on
sauce?
pizza but with like like fresh pineapple and pepperoni instead of ham.
Yeah, it's good with pepperoni. I like to have pineapple and bacon.
Ooh, yeah. Uh, you like a cheddar sauce on a Philly? That's fair. I've seen that too.
Oh yeah. You're reminding me. Hi, I know many food crimes that happened in my life, uh, but Aubrey is reminding me of when my friend Shelby decided that she wanted to try strawberries on pizza because
Oh, you told me
she
about
was in
this.
a. Oh yeah. Uh, she always thought, oh, pineapple and pizza is good. I wonder how strawberries would work. So she had just a frozen cheese pizza. She put strawberry slices on it and like cooked it. It smelled like a nightmare. And when she tried, it literally just smelled like pizza, but somebody also just just ripped a fart in the room for some reason. Uh, and she
Oh
tried
no.
one bite of it, said no, and then threw it in the garbage.
Like
No.
I've told you I can imagine like a flatbread, like oil, like a oil base, like balsamic goat cheese and strawberries, but yikes.
Yeah, that sounds good actually.
I think like a roasted grape and goat cheese pizza would be good.
In Sweden, they put bananas on pizza.
Oh, I I I never watched Doug really, but I remember there was like an episode of Doug where they're like, banana pudding on pizza, it's the best. I saw the people from Feast of Fiction make that once, and they were like, "This fucking sucks. This is awful."
It's giving fish fingers and custard,
Uh,
which I did try once.
how was it?
Just for the shits and giggles of it all. Eh, It wasn't something I would eat again, but it wasn't vile. It's hard to get me to hate things that involve custard.
Fair. I I'm biased against custard because A, British custard is so runny looking, and B, I watched the
Oh, that
movie
might be okay.
Brain Dead slash Dead Alive. We all know that movie. Um,
Ah, yes.
and
Classic one.
there's that whole custard scene.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
I watched that movie the same night that I watched like all three of the Evil Dead films. I was having a night. I was like 15. It's where I learned to be afraid of talking mounted deer. Creep me out. Chocolate has some acidity from the tannins in them. That's fair. I I make like a real easy pizza sauce, and I make French bread pizzas a lot because they're cheap as hell and very good. And I always put like pepperoni or artichoke hearts or whatever on mine, and Augury gets chocolate chips. Cheese sauce, commonly used as a dip for various foods such as chips and vegetables. Used as an ingredient or topping of many various dishes and side dishes such as sandwiches, roasted potatoes, casseroles, pasta dishes, egg, fish, and meat dishes, and in soups. How do you guys feel about fish and cheese?
No.
I think the only way I could probably have it is like there's like a the Japanese um herring like casserole thing that they have where they have like the cute little like fish decoration on top with bread.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
absolutely fucking that up, but
like
I think that might be the only one.
that's fair. I can do like or like a Parmesan crusted salmon, or like some
Okay, no, that's like a crusting. Though. I'm thinking about
just cheese
like
sauce.
yeah, just cheese sauce or I don't know, blue cheese and tilapia or something. I
Ooh,
don't know. I feel like dairy and fish in general should not be anywhere near each other.
I bet you could do like if you did like an Italian baked fish, with like the tomatoes and olives and onions, and you put a little circle of goat cheese on that. I think that'd be okay.
Okay. Yeah, that could work.
But I'm
Fuck
I'm
with that.
I'm not here with the fucking filet-o-fish with a slice of American cheese on it. I've
Ugh,
tried
every
I
time, every time I see that.
I've tried to be mature about American cheese. I was like, I hated this shit as a kid, but literally every time I've tried to eat it as an adult, I just fucking can't. I can do Velveeta, but like when I came to visit Augury before I moved down here, I tried to get like a breakfast sandwich from a place at the airport, and they put American cheese on my little sausage and egg whatever thing instead of cheddar. And it was like a kiosk ordering thing too. It sucked, so I couldn't go back and
Oh
tell them to
no.
fix it or ask them to fix it.
Uh,
But I was like, okay, I'll power through this. And I got one bite in, and my body was like, no. So I just don't. I physically can't eat American cheese.
Yeah, I can understand why. I can, but I don't enjoy it. I also have had instances in my life where I've just gone to the fridge, gotten craft singles out, and just eaten craft single, just standing in front of the fridge.
I was always upset by like the commercials for Kraft singles, and they had like the best looking grilled cheeses, but I couldn't eat them because A, I hated cheese, aka I hated American cheese, and B, I hated American cheese.
Yeah,
What
those
is?
do look like great grilled cheeses, though.
I do love a good grilled cheese now, but many dishes are prepared using cheese sauce. Like, what is almond rock? Garlic cheese sauce from medieval Catalan cuisine. Ooh.
Ooh, okay.
Garlic, eggs, cheese, and broth. I like a cheese soup.
Knees and toes.
Cheese and fries, or cheese fries, cheese steak, fettuccine alfredo, fondue, horseshoe
Love a
sandwich.
fondue.
The horseshoe sandwich. Originating in Springfield, Illinois, thick sliced toasted bread, a hamburger patty or other choice of meat, french fries, and cheese sauce. It's an open
That
face,
is
baby.
so American.
It is.
That is like American food.
oh yeah.
Lokshin knit case, so something with cheese. Jewish mac and cheese. Egg noodles and cottage cheese.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Yes. Oh, yeah. That stuff's good. I remember. I've had that. That's good.
Mac and cheese. I'm so picky about mac and cheese because I don't like my mac and cheese to be really creamy. Like, it has to be at least a 1-to-1 ratio of cheese to milk. If you're doing that shit where it's like 4 cups of milk and 2 cups of and 2 cups of cheese, I'm like, fuck off. No. And don't cook your macaroni in the milk. That's gross.
Okay, so Cinna has this recipe for what she calls evil mac, and it's like a 1-to-1-to-1 recipe. I do not remember the proportions, but it's like milk, cheese, and pasta, and I think there's like onion in there. It's like a whole onion, like a pound of cheese, a quart of milk. I don't remember the proportions, but it's excellent.
Oh, good gravy. I don't like creamy mac and cheese, or I don't like it to be too creamy that it like overpowers the flavor of cheese or whatever.
That's fair.
But I make mac and cheese. I alter it slightly so it is a little saucier, but like my great grandma's style of mac and cheese was literally just like butter, cheese, macaroni.
Nice.
I make mine of like, first of all, ditalini is the best pasta for mac and cheese. Don't come at me, but like,
Which one's that?
it's like they're like they're tiny little tubes. They're real short. They almost look like let me. I started using it for mac and cheese, and because I was curious about its
Oh.
good.
It's like burger beans.
Yeah,
I would eat that. Yeah, I think that gets a good amount of the cheese inside the pasta without overwhelming the pasta itself. Yeah, that sounds good.
what I do is I cook my pasta. I drain out a vast majority of the water, and then I add butter, minced garlic, salt, pepper, and like a bunch of cheese. And that's my mac and cheese recipe.
Oh, you gotta have garlic.
Oh, you gotta have garlic. Nachos. Tetrazzini.
We love nachos, don't we, folks?
We
Oh
do.
yeah.
I make a version of tetrazzini. It's not particularly traditional because I don't like putting a lot of milk in it, but I do like a good like chicken or mushroom tetrazzini. Welsh rarebit. Industrial products. So many industrial cheeses.
So many.
I love pimento
I
cheese.
need to probably, if prompted, I could sing the entire Cheeses of the World song from Animaniacs.
There's a Cheeses the World song?
Yes, and it's awesome. It's Pinky singing about cheese.
I will prompt you for that if we ever do a cheese stream.
You know what? Yeah, because I've got the chorus, and there's like a call and response thing in it too. It's great.
Oh boy, we'll have to practice.
It's so good.
Um, I love pimento cheese. I would die on a hill for pimento cheese. I love making grilled cheese and or grilled pimento cheese and pickle sandwiches. Uh, I make mine specifically with like some cayenne pepper and without like I don't use like Velveeta or American cheese or whatever. It's just uh mayo, cream cheese, cheese, pimentos, and specifically I use Parmesan because I went to like a little historical town or whatever during a shopping trip with my grandma, and they had like a very like a tea sandwiches and shit buffet, and I was like, "Hey, do you put Parmesan in your pimento cheese? This is really good." And they were like, "Yes." So now that I always put Parmesan on my pimento cheese. Chile con queso.
I am. You can have all of the pimento cheese that I will not eat. I will
It's,
just. I don't. I don't like pimentos.
that's
I don't
fair.
know
I mean,
why.
they are just bell peppers again.
Yeah.
It's
I'll
just
eat olives with pimentos because the olive taste overwhelms the pimento taste. But
I think the pimento can complement the cheese. It's a little sweet, you know, but not too sweet. I also refuse to use sweet mayonnaise, which is, you know, it changes how things taste.
sweet mayonnaise, I didn't know that was a thing.
Some brands of mayonnaise are sweeter than others. Like Miracle Whip is really sweet. And
Okay, yeah.
like I always use like Duke's, because it's not too sweet. Um, because I've never been like a super like I'm not crazy about like stuff that's sweet when I don't think it should be. That's why I don't like a lot of tomato soups and stuff because they preserve it with sugar instead of my family makes home canned tomato juice and they always preserve it with salt, so it's not sweet tomatoes. Chili con queso is likely a derivative of queso flamenco from the northern Mexican state of Chihuahua. Dish of hot melted cheese and spicy chorizo, often served flambe. Cool. I like a good queso. I like a good queso real bad. Also, this uh, this adventure has done what I set out to do. I'm really hungry now. Chili oil used as a dipping sauce for meat and dim sum. I've never heard of people just straight up dipping stuff into chili oil. Like you put it on things or in things, but I've never just seen people dip stuff into it.
Me neither.
Made from
I
good.
think that is a thing that people do in some, yeah, there we go, in some Asian cuisines, just using it as a dip.
That's fair, kind of like
Yeah, in
dipping oil in
Sichuan
Italy.
cuisine.
We had hot pot. We had hot pot for me and Augury. It was the first time this past weekend, but we went to a hot pot restaurant and 3 out of 4 of us ordered the spicy Sichuan soup, and the lady was like, "I'm from Sichuan. I'm glad you all ordered this."
It was very good. The Szechuan spice was spicier than expected, but it was very yummy.
It was so good, and it hurt. I hurt myself real bad,
I'm so sorry.
but it was so good. sometimes used as a dip for meat and dim sum. Chili oil is typically red in color. I need to get some more Lauganma, or we might have some.
Ooh.
Ooh, Portugal. Portuguese chili oil is made by cold, refrigerated infusion of dry red chili peppers and olive oil in a tightly capped bottle for 1 month. Italian version, Mexican version, salsa macha originates in the state of Veracruz. Variable in composition, consisting of either a neutral oil like avocado or olive oil, sauteed garlic, and one of several types of chilies. And Turkish chili oil. I always see people put chili oil on Turkish eggs. So, Monty. Ooh, dumplings. Strained yogurt topped with sizzling oil with dried hot chili peppers. That sounds really good.
Ooh.
Pepperoncino. Chimichurri. Chimichurri fucks. I love making
Chimichurri does fuck.
I love making chimichurri skirt steak.
Ooh.
You're just like marinated in it. Is an uncooked sauce used as an ingredient in cooking and is a table condiment for grilled meat. Found originally in Argentinian, Uruguayan, and Paraguayan cuisines. Is become widely adopted in most of Latin America. Sauces come in green, red, and red. Made from finely chopped flat leaf parsley, pepper flakes, minced garlic, olive oil, oregano, and vinegar or lemon juice. It is similar to Moroccan tremula. Sounds good. I love a herbaceous stuff.
Herbaceous.
The name may be a variant of Spanish chiriberry, hubbub, ultimately perhaps from Basque zurumuro, noise or rumor. Another theory connects it to Basque, can't pronounce that, hodgepodge. Always made from finely chopped flat leaf parsley, but other seasonings used vary. I love a good chimichurri. And like, yeah, gremolata, same deal, good stuff. I love a gremolata. Persillade. Sauce or seasoning mixture of chopped parsley, herbs, oil, and vinegar. Southern Italian condiment made of lemon juice, olive oil, garlic, salt, and herbs. Salmoriglio. Oaxaca. Dominican and Venezuelan. Huh.
Dominican, huh? I've never seen that before. Maybe my family just doesn't do that.
Maybe. Chocolate. It's chocolate sauce. We all know it. We all love it.
Hell yeah, let's go.
It's got a parrot in it sometimes. Dipped for various fruits, donuts, profiteroles, and marshmallows. I was on a cruise once. I think it was the cruise in Italy. No wait. I'm trying to remember. It was one of the cruises I've been on, and a couple of friends and I found out that in the middle of one of the days at sea, they were just doing a chocolate buffet where everything on the buffet was chocolate, and
Whoa.
we tried so many things, and we came to the conclusion that the best thing that they had was the pineapple and the chocolate fountain. And it was up against some stiff competition, so it really means that they fucked up if they can't beat chocolate fountain and pineapple.
Oh my god.
Chogochujang, a variant of gochujang, a dip for seafood including seafood
Yeah?
dish eaten by trimming raw meat or raw fish. Shrimp and squid. Oyster and
Sounds
wakame,
like-
or for raw vegetables.
Gochujang, that sounds really good because I am lucky enough to be able to find gochujang in a squeeze bottle, and I put that shit on everything.
Hell yeah.
I think
So good.
the fermented flavor bothers me a little bit, but like it's so good in stuff. Oh, I fuck with some chutney. Used with snacks like deep fried samosas and pakoras, dosa, and idli. Spread typically associated with cuisines of the Indian subcontinent, chutneys are made in a wide variety of forms, such as tomato relish, a ground peanut garnish, yogurt or curd, cucumber, spicy coconut, spicy onion, or mint dipping sauce. Is just the good stuff.
Oh yeah.
I love a mango chutney, or like an apple chutney. Common variant. Oh yeah. Common variant in Anglo-Indian cuisine uses tart fruits such as sharp apples, rhubarb, or damson pickle.
Ooh, okay. I'll try damson chutney.
Equal weight of sugar, usually demerara, turbinada, or brown sugar, to replace jaggery in some Indian sweet chutneys. Vinegar was added to the recipe for English-style chutney. Traditionally aims to give a long shelf life, so that autumn fruit can be preserved for use throughout the year. Indian pickles use mustard oil as a pickling agent. Huh. Pungent essential oil. Interesting. Often eaten with hard cheese or cold meats. Typically in cold pub lunches. Yeah, a good like plowman's lunch with like cheese, meat, bread, and chutney is good.
Ooh. This has officially made me so hungry.
Oh yeah, that's what these things do. Ooh, tamarind.
Speaking of, I might have to get going here soon. I forgot to eat dinner.
That's fair. I haven't had dinner either. There are so many chutneys.
There's so many.
Let's see, I knew that this was going to make me hungry, so I had some microwave burritos before this.
Nice.
Unfortunately, I now want to have like every kind of sauce ever.
Ooh, coconut chutney or horse graham chutney. What's horse graham?
Coconut chutney. I'd eat that.
Horse graham appears to be like a seed of some kind. Distinct taste. Widely used legume. It's a legume. Onion and garlic chutney, hot lime chutney, peanut curry leaf coconut chutney, mint chutney, weed chutney.
Oh, let's go.
Weed. Talk about your edibles.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
It's what you bring to the high-end party instead of like firecrackers. Clam dip. Dipping sauce and condiment prepared with clams, sour cream, and cream cheese. Seasonings as primary ingredients. I know clam dip was like popular in the 60s, 70s, 80s zone. And then like it just dropped off the face of the earth. Like one of the Stephen King books I read recently from the 80s was like it just had a big thing where a guy ate a lot of clam dip.
I have a really weird thing about bivalves.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't know why. Clams and clam derivatives, I don't know why, I just can't do it. Also scallops, I will eat scallops, but they always have like this weird grainy texture.
Sounds like a ill-prepared scallop if it's still grainy.
Yeah. I mean, you'd think that frozen scallops would be a little bit more, better prepared, but
Yeah.
I mean, they're bottom feeders.
Yeah.
Silt sifters. I don't know. It is what it is.
I guess like a lot of people just don't eat a lot of canned clams anymore, or a lot of
Clamato
canned
concerns
seafood.
and frightens me.
Clamato is scary.
It is very
Um,
scary.
Various tomato-based salsas gained more popularity with American consumers beginning in the late 1980s and 90s. The popularity of clam dip and similar dips made with sour cream and cream cheese declined. They're blaming salsa for the fact that people don't eat clam dip anymore?
Hmm,
Like,
that's
I'd eat a clam
a
dip, but,
take.
you know, like a smoked clam dip I think would be pretty good with some paprika. But, like, I've also been getting people just extolling the virtues of tinned fish and things to me lately. I know I used to like canned clams, or smoked clams. I had, like, a little phase. Used as a chafing dish. Metal cooking. Kept you warm using a chafing dish. I've never seen a place selling a commercial clam dip.
Yeah, neither have I, come to think.
Hmm.
Like crab dip?
Artichoke dip all the time.
Yeah, artichoke dip, I'll see crab dip. Sometimes I'll see like, you know, like a fish dip, but not clam. List of clam dishes. I think it's so fun to like go to Italy and get their fucked up seafood dishes. Like obviously, you know, leaving the shell on the clam is traditional if you're making like a pasta or something. But like they'll put whole clams on fucking pizza. They're like, "Yeah, take the clam off the pizza, take it out of the shell and then put it back on the pizza. Do it." Cocktail sauce. A dip from seafood made from ketchup or chili sauce and horseradish. Hmm. Cocktail sauce, also known as seafood sauce, is one of several types of cold or room temperature sauces. Buzz Lightyear eating mouthfuls of clamshells and all. I remember that.
Okay,
When we,
cocktail sauce and shrimp, banger.
it's true. When we gotta start that Buzz Lightyear podcast at some point so you can just experience some of this shit.
I'm so ready for it.
The sauce and the dish for which it is named are often credited to British celebrity chef Fanny Craddock. What a name to have if you're British. It's like, cool, call me fucking Pussy Galore, whatever.
Hell, own it, honestly.
Seafood cocktails predate her 1967 recipe. Seafood cocktails originated in the 19th century in the United States. I can only picture like shrimp cocktail either like in those horrifying frozen grocery store setups or like in the hand of somebody on a yacht. But it's only in 1950.
Hmm.
While cocktail sauce is mostly associated with a prawn cocktail, it can be served with any shellfish. United States and Canada generally consists of, at minimum, ketchup or chili sauce mixed with prepared horseradish. Man, I want some cocktail sauce now. Like a good fried shrimp. It is similar. The common form of cocktail sauce in the United Kingdom, Ireland, Iceland, France, Belgium, Italy, and the Netherlands consists of mayonnaise mixed with tomato sauce, so to the same pink color as prawns, producing a result that could be compared to fry sauce, similar to Thousand Island dressing. With a more usual British name is Mary Rose sauce. It's just not as good as the horseradish stuff, but I think too much horseradish would kill a British person.
It's true.
In Belgium, a dash of whiskey is added to the sauce. Interesting. Oyster bars. Oh yeah. I can't do raw oysters, but I can respect it. Court bouillon. Quickly cooked broth for poaching other foods. Coxcombs. Comeback sauce, a dip for chicken fingers made from mayonnaise and chili sauce.
Okay,
Similar
I'll try
to,
that.
yeah, similar to
That's
Louisiana
like a remoulade.
remoulade. The base of stock consists of mayonnaise and chili sauce. Other ingredients such as Worcestershire, ketchup, or paprika. Several restaurants in Jackson, Mississippi serve their own variations of the sauce and may offer bottled comeback sauce. It began to appear in Greek restaurants in Jackson, Mississippi during the 1930s and 40s. Invention has been credited to one of two restaurants, either the Mayflower Cafe or the Rotisserie restaurant. Interesting. But yeah, it's pretty traditional hot sauce and mayonnaise. Crab dip. I like a crab dip.
Crab dip.
Sometimes referred to as Maryland crab dip, thick creamy dip, typically prepared from cream cheese, lump crab meat. Other ingredients such as mayonnaise can be used. Species and superfamily. Various types of crab preparations, species, and superfamilies are used as a variety of added ingredients. They're breaking out the fancy words to say sometimes we put shrimp in it.
Biologist has entered the chat.
Typically served hot, cold versions also exist. Hot versions typically baked or broiled. Yeah, I like a hot seafood dip. That's a good way to. It's not fish, but
Crab
it's got cheese.
Crab dip and artichoke dip. Delicious.
King of the
Like a crab and artichoke dip. I've had that.
ooh, kings of dip. Brie would just be so weird.
It really would. Like I love brie, but I don't think that would work in that scenario.
I'm not a brie person, but I do think it would be weird. Some versions use Old Bay, because they should. Close up of a crab dip with a crab on it. He is protecting the crab dip.
Oh, he's lost in the sauce.
Lost in the crab sauce.
I love sitting in a giant bowl of stuff made out of my family members. Maryland crab dip and Virginia ham. Okay. The National Park Baseball Park in the Navy Yard neighborhood of Washington, D.C., the home ballpark for the Washington
Yes.
Nationals, offers a sandwich prepared with a half smoke. That?
Fuck. Oh my god, that sounds so
Maryland
good.
crab dip and Virginia ham called the DMV.
How have I never? I've been to Nationals Park several times. How have I never eaten that? I want that so bad.
Clearly,
Like,
we gotta
half
make a
smoke
trip
is like
for
the
it.
official food of DC.
Wow.
You gotta get a half smoke from a street vendor. Ah, it's so good. You know, like how they have specific Chicago style hot dogs?
Yeah.
It's the DC style hot dog.
Ah. It was reported in August of 2014 that Byrd Stadium on the campus of the University of Maryland in College Park, Maryland, planned to offer a large 1.5-pound soft pretzel baked with crab dip and melted cheese that serves 4 as part of its concessions.
Yeah!
It also serves other foods prepared with crab, such as nachos and crab fries. I had
Please. I need that.
crab fries at a Bonefish Grill. It was like bang bang sauce and crab and fries, and it was pretty good.
If only I could have it.
If only. Curry ketchup. It's not a dip.
I think this last dip will be my last dip before I have to
Dip.
trying to think of a word that's not dip.
You've got to
No, just
flee.
lean into it.
Alright.
We have a lot to go, so we can always break this up into more streams.
Right on.
Curry ketchup in Germany is a spice variant of ketchup with a common sauce in Belgium, Germany, Denmark, and the Netherlands. Typically served with meat such as frikandel or French
That's where the
fries.
foul-mouthed elves in Lord of the Rings live. Frikandel.
In
They'll be here all
Germany,
week.
it's beautiful. I love it. In Germany, it's the basis of the dish currywurst, one of the most popular in the country. I want to try some curry. I want to try some currywurst sometime. It's just a fucking sausage with curry ketchup and curry powder, and I think it would kill, especially if it was spicy.
Hell yeah. Ooh, I wonder if they're going to have curry sauce on the sauce list.
Ooh. Well,
Ooh.
uh, on the
Don't.
sauce list perhaps, but in dips, nope.
I mean on the dip list because there's this Irish pub in Oakland that I like to go to, and they serve fries and curry sauce, and the curry sauce is meant to be used as a dip, and that's apparently like something they do in the UK and Ireland. You just like go to a pub and you get some fucking
Are those olives?
chips and curry,
Interesting.
and it rules.
Like, I have to assume those are olives on that tzatziki, because I can only imagine they're
Yeah.
like prunes otherwise.
Yeah, those look like olives, and they're sitting in a little olive oil.
Yeah, no, curry sauce sounds real good. Duck sauce. That's
Oh,
the
we
good
got duck
shit with
sauce,
this
don't we,
with a
folks?
crunchy spring roll.
Ooh, heck yeah. Alrighty. Well, this is my last sauce. The dip.
Your
Oh
last
no, I've gotten.
dip is made of plums, apricots, pineapples, or peaches. Interesting. Sugar,
Huh,
vinegar,
never would
ginger,
have
and
thought.
chili peppers. Huh. I guess that makes sense. Chinese cuisine in the form of plum sauce. Yeah. Well, thank you for stopping by, Toby.
Of course, thank you for inviting me.
Of course, it's been killer.
Hell yeah, I can't wait to learn more about these dips.
I
See you later.
see ya. Would you like to continue, Rin?
Um, since Toby's leaving, we should probably just cut it off here.
That's
Oh,
fair.
okay.
We went a good portion of the way through the dip list.
Oh yeah, we
Oh
got
yeah.
to the D's. The one D.
Indeed, we are on F's, and then we just go right down.
Oh
We also got
yeah.
like super distracted several times.
Oh yeah. No, these streams are meant for rambling and hanging out.
Very true.
So we will continue later. Thank y'all for stopping in. This was very fun, and I look forward to doing more of these. So,
Thank you for
Totally.
hosting.
of course. See y'all later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.